Hi again, Doug here from X-Frames FPV, and today we've got the wrap-up video of the Hyperlite. This is the KISS Hyperlite. What I mean by that is this is a Hyperlite with all KISS electronics in there. We've got the 24 amp Race Edition ESCs, and then we have the KISS flight controller. Now, this one I have had for quite a while, and that's primarily because we had a problem getting receivers. This gentleman is here in California, and he switched over to the Evolution series, and that's a great radio. But we had some problems with stock on some of the receivers, so that's no longer a problem. I have a bunch of them, and they are now readily in stock, which I knew was going to be the case. But let's go over this. So this one went together really well. As you can see, I did get some nice TPU 3D printed parts. We've got a pad here for the LiPo. Got some covers here that are kind of motor protectors. And then this all-in-one, this houses the motor. Goodness gracious, it's early in the morning here, guys, so bear with me. This houses the camera, the VTX, and the receiver. And I wanted to do some flight video, but I'm really concentrating on getting these out to the customer because he has been without any really good flyers for a while as we wait for these receivers to come in. So the antennas stick up about. This is something that I kind of, I guess I would call it a beta that I'm kind of testing. It's like a really high-tech beta, right? But I'm not sure long-term if it's going to work the way that I want to. Now, I did this for two reasons. One is these are always coming out because there's not a lot of compression on them as you put them in, and so the wires always come out, or the tubes come out. And so what we did here, we already had on these IA6c receivers, the antennas are too long, and the gray on the antenna, if you look at the antenna, the gray part is just a conduit. That's just sending the open part, which is the end that has no you can see it, on most of them it's silver, and it's got some clear shrink tube on it. That's the part that actually receives a signal from your radio, and those have to be certain length to properly receive the 2.4 signal. Now, so you can shorten the length of the other part of the wire, the gray part of the wire, the shielded part. And as long as that's just made to get it away from electronics. And so we shortened this one up. It comes from the back and comes up and around, and it ends up being about this long. And I did this so that it really holds this tube inside of these two cylinders here really well. And it also adds kind of as a, if you have a hard hit, it's still going to damage the antenna, but it's kind of a little bit of a protection if you just kind of do a small little hit on the top. And so the main reason, like I said, was simply to get it from coming out. So we're going to give that a try. I tried the distance, see if there's any issues with range, and of course there wasn't, because the antennas are really doing about the same thing. If you had really long antennas, it would cause a problem because then you wouldn't be getting a good diversity signal. But these are short. These come, like I said, right about in here, so it's really not changing where the antennas themselves are receiving the signal. So that's what we did there. Antenna for the 5.8 for the video system is the RaceBlade. I love those antennas. And obviously, like I said, we ran the KISS flight controller. This is their standard 32-bit flight controller. And, all in all, everything went together really well. It's a great flyer. The nice thing about these KISS, when you run a KISS flight controller, And KISS ESCs, you know, if you run into issues, it can be kind of hard to deal with because they're, you know, if you're not constantly using KISS gear, then it's something that takes a little longer to learn because the GUI is different, the software that we use is different, and just how the ESCs kind of communicate with the flight controller is a really great design, but it is also different. So it's kind of one of those things that takes a little while, takes a little longer to get used to if you're not used to them. But when you do set this up, they really are a good combination. You know, I know a lot of people have reliability issues. I'm going to be throwing another final thoughts video on the RR5 that I just finished, and we ran into a lot of issues on that one. Got them sorted out, finally figured out what it was. And so, you know, but this thing, right with stock PIDs, threw it in the air and it flew really well, just really locked in. And so we adjusted the PIDs a little bit, and it got even better. So sorry guys that I don't have any flight footage of this, but we just need to get these out to the customer. But it's a really, you know, I've reviewed these motors before. These are great, really fast motors. And obviously I'm the one that builds these frames for Serge over at PyroFlip or Pyro Drone, whichever one PyroFlip RC is his website. Pyro Drone is the gear that he sells. And so anyways, a great frame, great little build. And I think my customer here in California is going to go from famine to feast because he's going to have all these to fly. So again, guys, if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section. Like and subscribe. I'm up to 1,500, and I'm so thankful to you guys for that. Any questions, or if you want to check out some of my builds or kind of what I do, go to xframesfpv.com, and there's going to be contact information on the description of this video and then also on my website. So have a great day. Hope you guys get a chance to fly.